On today's episode, we will have 2 interviews. First, we will interview Hildur Sif Thorarensen from Norway and talk about her book, Loner. Then we will interview the store manager of the mystery bookstore in Delray Beach, Florida, Murder on the Beach. Welcome.
Hello, and welcome to Bookends number 8 of It Was a Dark and Stormy Book Club. I'm your host, Ann Dark.
And Tracy Stormy.
And we've got an exciting show today. We have 2 interviews, one from Norway with an author and one from Florida. So let's get right into them.
And I want to wish everybody a happy National Book Lovers Day.
Amen.
The 3 of us really enjoy quite a few Icelandic writers, and Hildur Sif Thorarensen has not disappointed. Hildur is an Icelandic crime fiction author. Her first book, Loner, the Nordic noir with a twist, has been published in Icelandic as well as English. Born in Iceland, she is a Viking through and through and currently lives in Norway, where she moonlights as a software engineer and a student of medicine. When she is not busy writing her next novel or trying to save the world, she spends time with her 2 dogs and boyfriend. Hildur works as a systems administrator, programmer, assistant director for a play, and has had many other odd jobs, while also studying creative writing, psychology, computer science, and getting her master's degree, though she seems particularly fond of her associate's degree as a certified bookkeeper. Loner currently stands at 5 out of 5 stars on Amazon.com and 4.2 out of 5 stars on Goodreads.com. So she's no slouch in the writing talent department. You can purchase her books for Kindle or paperback on Amazon or connect with her Facebook via her author page. Welcome, Hildur. Well, first of all, we want to thank you for being on our show. We want to let you know that we really enjoyed your book.
Oh, that's great to hear. Thank you. I'm happy to be with you.
Oh, good. Now, we'll start with the questions that we sent you. Is Loner based on a true crime event?
Well, it's not based on a true crime event per se, but it's based on some people. And by that, I mean I have a very interesting friend who likes to date different kinds of women, and he's very open to whom he dates. It doesn't matter what their interests are or what they like to do in their life.
So he's like Gare.
He is Gare.
Oh, okay.
To be completely honest. My friend's name is Gare.
Oh,
and,
so you killed him off.
And yeah, I killed him off. I'm such a wonderful friend. I started killing him off. Yeah, those women in the book are actually based on women he dated.
Oh, really?
Throughout the years. At least some of them are.
And how did he feel about this?
Oh, he was very happy. He's so open and loving, and he's just a wonderful person. So he just loved every second of the book.
Good. Well, we enjoyed reading about him, even if he gets killed off at the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, but it sort of had to happen to give the other characters room to be in the story.
Absolutely.
Now, I assume since the book ended the way it did, that this series is going to continue?
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Good.
I have planned 3 books already, and I'm just going to take it from there, depending on the interest in this series, whether they're going to be 6 or 9, or just 3. So far, I know what's going to happen in number 2 and number 3.
Good. We can't wait.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful.
The dynamic between Julia and Alexander starts out to be very contemptuous, but by the end of the book seems to be going and building in the book. Where do you see that going?
There is a reason why Julia hates psychiatrists. It has nothing to do with Alexander himself, but he's unfortunate to be put in this position because she has a history. It's a history that's going to be involved in book number 2 and especially in book number 3.
Ah.
Yeah, so Alexander is very loving and he's kind and he's a nice person.
Yes.
So Julia, she starts warming up to him just because she can't be nasty towards a teddy bear. It's just impossible. So even though he has this profession, she somehow manages throughout the book to become more of his friend, even though she despises what he does.
Well, that's good. How much of yourself do you put in your books?
Some people see me in many characters. My friends have said they see me in Alexander, for example.
Oh, really?
I'm fairly well educated, and I'm a bit of a goof myself, so I don't take myself too seriously.
Yes, I follow you on Facebook. I enjoy your posts. They're quite comical.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I actually have a master's in software engineering and I'm studying medicine.
Wow.
I don't think that if you are educated, you have to become some sort of a stiff person that doesn't smile or joke around or something like that. From my professional environment, I'm not used to people being stiff, although they have a doctorate or what they have. Yes, so Alexander is a bit like me in ways, but I actually am in the book.
Oh, really?
I put myself in it, yeah.
Which character are you?
I thought that it would be fun for the readers to try to find me.
Let's see. Are you the vampire?
Obviously I am.
Oh, very good.
No, I'm not a vampire, but I'm somebody in the book.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm going to have to go back and try to figure that out.
Yeah. Which authors or books had a big impact on your writing?
To be honest, it's not a crime author. It's more of a fictional author from Iceland. His name is Einar Már, and he wrote a book called, or his most famous book is called Angels of the Universe. It's about his schizophrenic brother. And it's a beautiful book. It's the descriptions are so breathtaking, and his words become pictures while you read them, and I just love it.
Can you spell his last name for me?
It's Gumundson. Yeah.
Okay. Great. We'll look for that.
What was the name of the book again?
Angels of the Universe.
Angels.
That's what it's called.
Do you know
the English translation does the Icelandic version justice because it's my favorite book for a reason.
Oh, okay.
And for me, it doesn't matter what you're writing. The text has to flow beautifully, like music. There has to be a rhythm to it. There has to be descriptions of the right places. You can't be repeating yourself all the time with the same words. There has to be a picture element, throughout everything, and the reader has to really feel what you're doing. That's the most important thing to me, and that's why he's my favorite, and he's the one who I idolize and try to become like.
Well, you did a good job of emulating him.
Thank you. That's a beautiful thing to say to me. Thank you so much.
We read a lot of Scandinavian writers, and I always feel that they have it going on. And do you have a reason why you think that is? Why Scandinavian writers seem to have a leg up on, especially in the mystery field?
I have a theory. I'm from Iceland, and during the winter in Iceland, we'll have 5 hours approximately of sunlight, and that means it's almost constantly dark, and we're seeing shadows everywhere, and we're imagining stories, and we're telling each other ghost stories and scaring each other with elves and trolls and ghosts and whatnot.
Okay.
So I think it's just a part of the Scandinavian nation, this mysticism.
The brooding.
And it has been throughout the years. My grandma also, she was scared of being alone in the dark when she was young. I think it probably has something to do with that. The mystic just is in our genes and in our upbringing. Well,
very interesting. I think you have something there. Maybe we need to have our writers
go sit in the dark. Now, do you have any books coming out or anything else you'd like to tell our listeners that is going on with you?
I'm writing a novella, as it is, and I'm hoping it will be out in October. It's a bit different from Loner, as it's more of a thriller. Not so much humor as there is in Loner, but more of a really, really grabbing thriller. And while I've been writing the story, I've been crying. So it's a hard read, but it's going to be very good. And then I have been considering reading Loner myself, either for Audible or for a podcast where people could be able to listen to the story.
Oh, wow. That's a great idea.
That's wonderful.
I would definitely listen.
I would too.
Yeah.
Now, when is this?
Yeah, I was afraid because I have an accent, as you can hear, and I thought maybe that people wouldn't want to listen to me because of it. But my American friends, they say it make the book more original.
Absolutely.
More native.
I agree. You have a beautiful accent, but you speak English beautifully too.
Oh, thank you. Yes. So after them pushing me, I might at least consider doing it.
Very good. We'll look forward to that.
Yeah, just follow me on Facebook. I have a Facebook page and I have a Twitter for the book.
Now,
so you can follow everything that's happening there. So if people want to know what's coming out or if I'm doing the podcast Audible, then follow there and you'll see it.
Now, when does your second book come out in this series?
I'm aiming at early next year. I have it almost completely written in Icelandic, but I'm actually not going to publish it in Icelandic. I'm just going to go directly to English because my Icelandic friends and family, they read English anyway.
And what's it going to be called?
It's called Reptiles.
Reptiles.
Oh.
Yeah, you're the first people to find that out. Nobody knows.
So,
okay. Information. Almost.
We got a scoop.
Yeah. Yes, a scoop.
Very good.
Now, do you have any events coming up?
Do you book sign or anything like that?
There's Iceland Noir in November, and I probably will be there. I don't have any book signings as is.
And you have a website, right?
Yeah, I have the Facebook page, and I have HildursSif.com, which is sort of a blog I was doing. If people want to contact me, it's best on the Facebook or on the Twitter.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we'll update our show notes with all this information if anybody would like to get in touch with you.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, I've been sending out signed copies all over the world. So if people pay for postage and the book, I will just sign it and send it on. So
great.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you very much for taking time to talk with us. And we appreciate your insight.
And we definitely look forward to your next installment in this series and your novella that you have coming out. I can't wait for that. I love very dark things, and this sounds like right up my alley.
Yes, that sounds like a good read. We'll be watching for it as soon as it comes out.
Great. Thank you.
My sister-in-law, who also is part of this show, she's not here at the moment. She went to Iceland a couple months ago, and she absolutely loved it. She's already planning her next trip back. She wanted me to let you know that.
Yeah, I'm very happy to hear that. I love my country. It's a crazy display of nature and colors and weather.
Now,
yeah, it's like nothing anywhere, I think. Yeah, Norway is similar. I took a picture in Norway, and my Icelandic family thought I was in Iceland.
Oh,
but, yeah, that actually happened. But Iceland is it's maybe more compact. We have more things on a smaller space.
Yes.
Yeah, you'd have to drive further and longer to be able to experience the same in Norway, but Norway is a beautiful country as well. Really, really beautiful.
Now, I found an article where the Wall Street International magazine, where you wrote an article for it.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
I write articles for that.
So I
write something. Yeah.
I'm gonna put a link to this article in the show notes because it was a beautiful article. I really enjoyed that.
Great, thank you. Yeah, I've been doing a series now on the Wall Street International for self-help.
Oh,
I've been so I've been like giving some tidbits about how you can be happier. That was the point of my series.
Ah.
But, yeah.
We need some of that in this.
Good advice in that regard. I studied psychology and now I'm doing medicine.
Mm-hmm.
I think about it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, but then again, every now and then I'll just write about something that I'm interested in at the time, and some of the articles can be very fun, I think.
Great. Well, like I said, we'll definitely update our notes. All right, Hildur. Well, thank you very much for taking time